Hello, everybody. One of the students asked me to put a video together on the Nealley Library. Some of you are probably well versed on it, and this might help future students. So I want to go ahead and get started, and we're going to go right over to the Santa Ana College website, and then we're going to go jump over from there. We'll go into the Nealley Library. Let me get it set up here for a second. And I think I can get right there. There we go. And right back to where I was. Fantastic. All right. So if we go to our Santa College website and we go over, and way I do it, you can go different ways. And I just go over into the search box and I just type in Nealley and I just hit it right there. And then it gives me this right here. So this is really, I think, is the quickest way to find it. Now, this is where it gets to be a little bit confusing for some people. What you have to do, because it really doesn't say anything about auto anywhere along there. So what you have to do is go over to here, which says find articles in ebooks. And if you hit on that, it's going to open up another search bar, which if I just slide down a little bit, because auto repair, I go over here and it takes a little bit. Now, I'm already logged into my account, but you'll probably have to log in with your student number and password. So, however you log into the Canvas or whatever, or Web Advisor, this is going to get you into the Nealley Library too. So it starts off with this opening screen, and it's a motors driven. So Motors, Mitchell, Shopkey. There's a lot of different companies, All Data. There's a lot of different companies out there that actually have some kind of service. This is free for you to use. And as long as you're students, you can always jump into here. You don't have to be an automotive student to get into this. So all you have to be is a student at Santa Ana College. So for example, let's go ahead and open up something. So it's drop down menu driven. So if you go over to here and I want to do something with my Forerunner. So if I go over to 1998, that's the year of my Forerunner, and I go over to Toyota, and then I select the model, which is a Forerunner, but mine's an SR5. So it has three different types. So you need to know which one you are, the basic, the limited, or the SR5. So if I go over to SR5, it gives me the engine. So let's try something. Let's go over to just a basic Forerunner. Look, see how I have a different engine in there? It's a 4-cylinder. So if I go over to the limited, I actually have the V6 like what I have. So if I go to mine, and then I have all these great things I can do on the side here. I can look at my airbags, how to disarm them, how to work on them so I don't hurt myself. Air conditioning and heating, it talks about that. It'll tell me if I open it up, automatic temperature control. Mine's a manual type 1, where the components are at. What are my specifications on it? Okay, so it goes down to AC specifications, and it tells me the capacity and the type of the refrigerant in here. So this really is a great tool for us to use, because a lot of what we have to do as auto techs is we have to kind of put something together, a process of how we're going to take care of our problem or our concern that our customers might have. So this is a great tool. Also, you can go down to what kind of battery, how to replace it, cooling system, components location, diagnostic trouble codes. If you have a code, you can go in there and get your little scan tool, and which we'll be getting into, and you can figure out what that code means. So it just gives you a PO 300 or something like that, and it doesn't give you a whole lot. come down here to the fluids. It tells me, okay, where is the cooling system bleed at? How much capacity is in my fuel tank? This has 70 liters or 18.4 gallons in it, and it takes up all of it too, believe me. Oil specifications, so this has to have in it here, it has 5.2 liters or 5.5 quarts. It's, you always have to buy an extra quart and then put it in half of it. And then with the filter, and then it has a little footnote. They have little footnotes in here. It says, and you always need to look at that because it may be, well, it is. It's going to be something important for you to know. So it says after refill, check oil level, top off to proper level as needed. So that's where you get down to the dipstick. And we've talked about that in the past. So this, I really feel like this is a great tool. This gives you what the viscosity of the actual oil is, and it says it can use a conventional. I actually use a synthetic in mine itself, and it goes to different temperatures. So it really depends on what location you are at. You know, out here in California, it's not that bad because we're not fighting snow and icing up and stuff like that. So I hope this really helps you out to actually get the basics of navigation. I think the best thing to do is to get in there and just explore. Go in and, you know, pick up your, put in your vehicle, go through, find a lot of things. And a lot of times it's, trial and error. I do want to say, depending on the system that you have where you're working at, you may not have this type. You may have all data or shop key or Mitchell on demand or something like that. They're all good sources. You have to get used to them. I know that all data has a special little thing where you can go through some training and you can get a little certificate and a patch to say that you actually are all data certified. So there's different things. I recommend that you go in and you just kind of browse around, pick a few cars, try it out. And if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I prefer to use this because it's got my favorite thing on it. It's called Free. And that really, I use it at home all the time. I want you to use it as much as possible and kind of get used to it because you will be pulling things up in your future classes. Some of the instructors are kind of focused on shop key, but this is another tool. And please remember, these systems don't have everything. They have a limited to what they have available because they pull it from the manufacturers. And when the manufacturers release it is when they can actually put it up. If you're at the manufacturer level, you have more right current, up to date. And it really is a better, but I'm not saying you can't fix your own car if you're not a BMW tech and you have a BMW. You can still come in here and you can really hit it on the ball there. So use it, enjoy it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can comment below here, or you can actually just get a hold of me. You've got my phone number and you've got my email. All right, talk to you later. Bye for now.